Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beer Review on a very cool night. That wind's freezing. So today, with massive thanks to Matt Orr from Instagram, Matt Orr Beers, a lovely bloke, him and his good lady. And we're off again to Huddersfield-based Lord's Brewing Company. The good fellow sent me, was it 8? I think it was 8, yeah. 8 beers, all from Lord's Brewing. So yeah, this is Sunshine State, a West Coast Pale. It's got an ABV of 5.2%. It literally doesn't say anything on the back. It's just a quick label stuck on the front. So I assume it's like a bit of a small batch release, test release or something. Brewers do this now and again just to see how things go. See if a beer is worth playing around with. So, cracked it open, and nice bit of smoke on the top for those people who like their smoke. You know, some people go really mad on that. I've seen them do with this job here. They'll do it and be all dramatic and that. But yeah. Let's be normal, eh? So anyway. And obviously, just going to make sure I don't. There we go. We'll get a bit of a head on it. There we go. Beautiful. So, nice aroma coming out. Sometimes it's nice. And I did a slight tangent here. There was somebody who's one of these people who does beery stuff and wines and that. And on about the distance that you pour your wine or whatever into the glass and it oxygenates and all that stuff. The distance makes a difference in how the taste is, because obviously it bounces it and it brings more. I suppose it's like you're swishing it around, you know, like some people do. So, quite a hazy looking pour. Colour on the screen, it looks really quite dark. In front of me, not so dark. Although, depends where the light is. Bearing in mind, I'm in a shed. So, I'll give you a little example. I grain brewed Citra Pale Ale, and in the shed it looked oxidized, and the mate said to me, "So that looks a bit oxidized." Took it outside, put it in the garden, took a photo. He says, "Wow, that's stunning, the brightness." So sometimes, and I know someone brought this up on the first beer review that I did from this brewery, and it may well be the shed and not the beer's fault that what it looks like. I can only say what's in front of me. I don't know anything about the beer. I know a little bit about the brewery, only from what I've seen on social media. So yeah. So we're looking at what colour's that? It's that in between colour, isn't it? It's a proper in between colour. It's not an amber. It's not a copper. You could call it a dark copper, I suppose. So we'll go with the colour anyway. I mean, little whitehead on there. There's plenty of carbonation going off inside that I can see. Oh gosh, I do apologise. I'm absolutely shattered. Sunshine State, West Coast Pale. So West Coast, we're expecting a punchy beer. So we'll see how this one cooks. Oh, nice tropical aroma, to be fair. And even though it's in the bottle, I would put this more as a craft beer than than a modern traditional. I'm not sure why breweries are switching back to bottle at the moment. Some are, some aren't. Are cans more expensive? It's interesting for me. Or are bottles better for bottle conditioned stuff? Which, you know, would make sense, I suppose. And although you can get can conditioned, can't you? So, but in any case, very fruity. Very lots of tropical fruits coming through. It's got a nice bite at the front. Yeah. Feeling the ABV. I've just done one beer review. This is me. I do 2 beer reviews together these days. Saves coming down the shed twice, and it's cold. Is what it is. You know, these things have to be done. Certainly a bitey front end on this. Like I say, I'm not sure if this is a standard release or a small batch release. That I really don't know. I would assume, and only assume, that because it's in that sort of label and not a full-on artwork with instructions and, you know, bump about the beer, that it is like a test or small batch release. Some breweries will put this out. I mean, yeah, well, some breweries go full on, but I mean, it's nice to see. It's nice to see small batch stuff come into bottles or cans because it gives the public who are fans of the brewery a full-on chance to try whatever's coming out. You know, it's and for that, you know, it's a good thing. Gauges opinion. When we think about small batch releases, you know, 50, 100, 150 litres. To an home brewer, that's a lot. But to a brewery, it's not. And yeah, can it or bottle it up, send it out or sell it to people and wait to see what people think. If the reception's good, then, you know, you try again, and you may make. You never know. In the world of brewing, you never know when you've hit the nail on the head, and you've got a beer that just flies out because of, you know, whatever. The pale ales these days are the ones that really do sell. I'm not the biggest pale ale fan, to be honest. I find it bloody boring. That's after one beer. Jesus. But they sell, and the majority of people out there, it's what they buy, and you know, it puts money on the table. It pays for the bills, pays for the breweries. Breweries are going through tough times. It's a tough old time to be a brewery person. And I mean, the last thing you want is some idiot chucking your beers down a sink, just because. And you know, this is where I do feel that beer reviewers sometimes, especially beer reviewers with big followings, need to be very careful. You know, just for dramatics, and I've seen it. I've certainly spoke about it. I make no bones in calling people out if I need to. And yeah, because in some ways, not only does it give harm to a brewery, probably maybe a good brewery, maybe just because you don't like that particular beer because it's not your style of beer. There are ways of saying everything. And, you know, I mean, a bad beer from Aldi is one thing, because let's be fair, half the time no one knows who's brewed the beer anyway. But from a brewery, you know, there's ways of saying something. And most people know this anyway, when I drink a beer, I've gave the game away in literally the first 2 seconds, because people look at my face and they go, "Oh, you didn't like that beer, did you?" And I'm like, "Oh God, don't say that. Yeah, that's it. The game's given away." But in any case, so yeah, it's an hazy pour. And the reason for talking, 11 minutes already, Jesus. The reason for talking is to let the air get to the beer, although dinner's cooking, so I can't be too long. And now at the front, there's a bit more bitey at the front. And that's what you expect from a West Coast. Hints of vanilla coming through. Lots of tropical fruit coming through. Not the standard tropical fruit either. You know, not just like your pineapples and melons, but I'd say things like guava coming through and lychee, but different tropical fruit. Loving the bitiness. Certainly going down well. Certainly hitting well as well. 5.2%. It's got a bit of kick to it in the ABV department. I think I'm tired as well. Tiredness plays a massive factor. I'm running at the house. I'm going to get a curry. Got some curry from work today. They were supposed to have 90 people there for an event. 50 turned up. So there was tons of curry left over. 2 different types of Thai curry. I'm not a curry fan. You know, don't get me wrong. Can't stand the stuff. But this was really nice. And yeah, I had a little bit in a bowl and I'm like, oh. So I was going to get some more. And I bought some home. So the wife can have some. So, yeah. It's a free meal. Job's a good one. You know, times are hard. You've got to do these things, haven't you? Yeah. And the chef at work is great anyway. So I know it's good stuff. Nice bit of lacing. Still a hazy pour. Like I say, it's a funny old colour. I call that like a copper colour. In the light now, because it's gone down now, this is the thing with beers. Sometimes beers look like they're not right, but they are. It's just lighting plays such a factor in all beer reviews. For me, an enjoyable West Coast pale. Needed to let the air get to it to bring out those flavours. Lots of tropical fruit flavours coming through. For me, yeah, I like this beer. It's got a lot of flavour to it. The ABV, that's only 5.2, and I'm getting a right kick in. Maybe the fact that I'm absolutely shattered. I'm really am there now. I had no time off in the summer. The only time off I had in the summer was when I fell down and did this, and lots of bruises and whatever, and black eyes and that. If I fell over, you know, I'll never know the truth. Although I've never been sideswiped in my life, so that is weird. You know, even drunk, I still know what I'm doing. I still watch people, so it's a weird one. I assume I fell over and knocked myself out unconscious, and then fell over a few more times for added, you know, fun. But yeah, a good 4.3 out of 5 for this one. Yeah, very nice. And that's it for this review. Lord's Brewing, Huddersfield-based brewery. I won't hold that against them, you know, being from Yorkshire. And it's a joke, you know. Please, people from Yorkshire, don't take offence. Yeah. I'm always joking. But anyway, thank you for watching. See you soon.